Hi folks, this is Janet from Cottage Sage, and today I'm going to show you how I make pesto. I'd like to encourage you to make this after watching the video and think about variations that you might like. So the classic recipe is basil, pine nuts, Parmesan cheese, olive oil. I have a little fresh garlic and salt. But you can make this with sage or parsley or spinach, any leafy green that you have around. So why don't we get started with this? So the first thing I want to do is to brown the pine nuts and the garlic. It just brings out the flavors so nicely. And I'm going to put just a little bit of olive oil in there and stir it around so that things don't scorch. And this will take a few minutes. But just keep things moving so they don't burn. They will go really fast. One of the variations you can use is walnuts. If you don't like the pine nuts or they're too expensive, because they are, use walnuts or don't use any nuts at all. There are so many variations that you can use that will make this recipe special and your own. All right, that looks good to me. We're ready for the next step. Now that our pine nuts and garlic are nice and toasty, I'm going to move those over to the food processor. And before I do, let me just show you the blade that I have. It's just a chopping blade, and that's really all you need. So I'm going to put those in here. And of course, we have the garlic in there too. I'm going to go ahead and put just a little bit of olive oil in. You're going to be adjusting the amount as we go. You'll notice I don't follow recipes terribly well. I want to put a certain amount of basil in, and I want to go ahead and get a good amount in there. And we're just going to pulse and chop. All right. And a little bit more basil. All right, that's starting to look nice, but I'm thinking a little bit more olive oil, a little bit of salt, and it's cool enough. I'm going to go ahead and put my cheese in. And keep blending. Oh, that's looking delicious. So certainly you can use this fresh, but I like to freeze some for use later. And I'm going to use glass jars and pack it in very tightly to get rid of the air bubbles. These will go in my freezer and last a long, long time. If you're going to freeze in glass, you need to make sure to use a jar that does not have shoulders. Make sure the sides are straight, and pack up to about a ½ inch from the top. If you pack all the way, you may damage the lid when it freezes. So there, that one is ready for the freezer. So what do you do with your pesto now that you have it? It would make a lovely topping for grilled chicken. My family uses it as a sandwich spread. And of course, there's the classic, put it in your pasta, mix it with some other grilled vegetables or whatever you like, and there's dinner. So simple, easy. I hope you enjoyed seeing this recipe, and I hope that you have recipes of your own that you'd like to share. So give the video a like, share it, put some comments down below, tell me about your recipes, and I look forward to having you join me next time. Thanks, bye-bye.